All right. Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you respond? Okay, yeah? All right. Sorry about this. Probably some technical issue. Okay? So it's very sorry, students. I don't know. It happens always to me. You still cannot, Dave? Yes. Okay. I'm confused. Can hear or cannot hear? Put in the chat. All right. So Subhashini, thank you. I hope all of you can hear. Sorry about the technical issue. Okay, let me very fast. I think I never go too far. Just at the beginning of this starting line. Okay, go to that particular slide. Okay, so let me start. We will cover all the 5 parts for reading paper. So for the first part, which is actually 8 short texts, which carries 8 marks. If you ask me, if you carefully look at the questions, you can actually get all 8 correct. Okay, the method is very easy. The thing is, you got to understand the concept of answering. Okay, you're still sticking to the old method of answering the objective question. You always look for the what do you call it, the keyword which appears in the text and in the option, and then that's the answer for sure. Okay, but then now the CEFR paper is not like that. They actually make it hot question lah. Okay, because they want you to use your higher order thinking skill, but not to the extent like you must know the world, global knowledge. Nothing on that, something around your knowledge. Okay, so let us see. This is actually a sample question taken from this Lembaga sample paper. Okay, I don't want to confuse you by using other types of question. It's better for us to follow the sample given, then we are on the right track. Okay, so if you see this question, um, you got to start using the eliminating of false idea. Okay, how we do it, it's like this. Never read the text first. Read the question first. Okay, let us read the question. As we read the question, we will highlight the keywords. Okay, which of the following statement is true? If you see this question, this kind of questioning will be used in this part. Okay, they'll ask which one is true, which is the correct statement. So you got to read in overall, then only you can choose the correct answer. Okay, then we further read the options. Okay, highlight the options. Okay, all schools have been ordered to delay schooling hours. So all school ordered to delay schooling hours. It means all school will start late for sure. Okay, we are not sure yet. After reading the text, we know whether it's true or not. Next, the air the air pollution index is at an unhealthy level. So it is at unhealthy level. Confirm. But let us see the text whether they are talking for sure it's at unhealthy level. This is what you have to look for. Okay, not one shot you read and then you don't bother to look at the text and then simply you circle the answer which you remember. That's where things went wrong. Okay, before this. Okay, now for SPM, don't do that. Okay, next option, the school principals can choose to cancel classes. It means they have the option to cancel. Okay, so now let's go to the text. When you do this, you can very quickly mix and match. So you don't say, teacher, this will take time. Of course, now it takes time because I'm explaining. When you're reading and you straight away underlining, don't use highlighter, change color, blue color, red color. Now I'm using it for presentation. On that very day, use pencil, enough. Just underline so that your eyes can actually focus on what the answers are referring to, all the 3 options. Okay, now let's read the text. Kuala Terengganu, schools in the area have been given the green light by the Terengganu Education Department to delay schooling hours or cancel classes. Okay, so let's highlight school have been given the green light permission to delay schooling hours or cancel classes. Okay, so you can see the idea in A are not, but are they same? A says ordered to delay the schooling hours. They've been given the order. But the text says they are given the green light permission. And then let's further read. If the air pollution index API reaches an unhealthy level following fires in a in a nearby forest. Okay. So the school can only cancel the classes or delay the schooling hours if the air pollution index is high, unhealthy level. Yes or not? So it means at that moment, is the air pollution index high? Not yet, because they use they use the word if. If means belum berlaku. It's only possible if it happens. So if you see B, the idea is the air pollution index is at unhealthy level. You see here, the option A and B, all the details appear in the text, and some words are not there. For an example, audit, and then on the text they use green light, given the green light. So you got to focus all this. They will play with words to confuse you. Because one look, if you don't pay attention, you will say, oh, A is correct. Because ordered to delay the schooling hours. But in the text, it said green light. If you don't understand that part of the idea, definitely you choose A as an answer. Or you also can choose B. If you're alert about A, okay, fine, you know it's wrong answer. You also can choose B as an answer because the idea of air pollution index reaches unhealthy level if you read like that. But if you read with if, then the idea is not for sure happened already. Yes or no? So these are the small detail you will miss out and you'll get wrong. So that's why I'm confidently telling all the teachers saying the same thing. You can grab all 8 marks. Why are you not doing that? If you check your questioning, answering before this, I'm very sure that you have done silly mistake rather than you totally do not know how to answer. Okay, let us see next one. Its director said the head of the affected school. So they're referring it to the principal. Yes or not? Have the authority, have the right, okay, the power to make the decision. It's mean if you go back to the blue part here, the schools are given the green light and the heads of the school, affected school, have the authority to make decision whether they want to cancel the school or delay the schooling hours. But then here they put the school principals can choose to cancel the classes. Yes or not? Yes, because here they already put it here. To delay school hours and or cancel classes. So you must do some kind of reference very fast. Teacher, it takes a lot of time. That is the CAFR questioning about. Okay, you have to do close reference to other parts. To get the answer, you must do the reference in total, not part by part. Of course, you see part by part, but can you see all the three options appears in the uh, text? And the answer is obviously C because you see the word can choose to cancel classes, and here the text have the authority to make decision. It means the same, but they are in a different structure. If you don't pay attention to understand, you just read and answer. There's no one middle part, which is to process the understanding. You will definitely choose the wrong answer. Okay? So it's not difficult at all, only that extra focus. All right. So this is how we eliminate the false idea. Teacher, this looks like we may use up a lot of time because if you're doing it for the first time, definitely, okay, then it's okay, you still can do it because as you read you're doing the underlining. The brain works like that. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, here what you have to remember, sorry, let me go to the previous slide. Okay, all answer options would appear in the text, as you can see, right? All ABC, it appears in the text. Pay attention on the distractors to eliminate the false idea. It looks like an answer, but there is a distracting part in the answer option. And then no more word spotting answers. It's more of meaning spotting. Can you see that just now? You can't see the word exactly appearing. If you see the word exactly appearing, they're actually wrong answers. So when you come across any answer which is identical, look for the distractor. Somewhere in the part of the answer, the distractor folder is hiding. Okay? Waiting to cheat you. Don't get distracted. Okay? Be smart. Always be alert. Okay? That's only my advice. So this question, if you ask me, all eight grab. Okay? So let's go to part two. Part two is actually filling in gaps lah. Isi tempat kosong. Then the answer options are given. But here I prefer to use check left and right. You know, when you want to cross the road, you check left, right, left, right, left, or something like that, right? But now does it work? You have to like left, right, left, right. I think about 20 times, no more three times. Okay, the rules we need to change that. Here you got to do that also. Okay, let us see. This is the pattern of the question. The text is there, and then the options are there, and then the first option starts with zero because it's an example. So all the text will have, all these part two questions got example. So you can see the text, the answer is given in. Okay, let us further analyze the question, how to answer. When you get this question, go to this part. You just continuously read without the answer. Don't bother to look at the answer options first. So as you read, underline the word before and after the blank, left and right. So it cannot be only word, it also can be phrases. Okay, let's do it now. So check left and right. Okay, I checked the first blank, found Asia in between the answer. Okay, next, number 9. There is no word before because it's the beginning of the sentence. Usually, what will we use to begin the sentence? Linkers, cohesive devices, penanda wacana, right? So you can roughly guess the answer should be around there. Okay, then the next part it is sometimes mistaken to be a reptile. Then number 10, surprising and disappointing, dash, about the pangolin. Okay, number 11, some estimates, dash, that sales of pangolin. You can see the idea. We are actually looking for the close reference. So that's why check left and right. Same goes to number 12, and then number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So all just underline. As you read, you can somehow rather say the answer. It will come automatically. You know where it happens to me? As I was trying for the first time, the last part. The third Saturday of February each year is now World Pangolin Day. And there is a growing effort to dash awareness. I think without looking at the option, awareness, effort to create. Am I right? Yes. So when you do this, the close reference between the blanks will somehow rather give you the clue. Then when you go to the option, it makes your life easier. And you don't have to actually identify what are they and all that. So I'm just putting it as a label. The first answer is preposition. Next is cohesive device or conjunction, not noun, verb. So I just want to show you the options, the blanks will be around this part of word class. Okay, so you don't have to think a lot, worried how if it is wrong again. And then you can see verb plus prepositional phrase, number 13. It's actually a verb, but they put a preposition and it comes phrase actually. Verb plus preposition. So you don't need to worry what are they. When you see double word, it usually carries one meaning. Another word is double word with one meaning is actually phrasal verb, like slept off. Two words, but it carries one meaning. But how they will actually test you on that is slept off, slept out, slept on, something like that. Okay, then you must choose the correct combination of verb and preposition. Okay, so we also call this as prepositional phrase or verb phrase or phrasal verb, anything. Okay, there are different terms in linguistic aspect. Let's not worry about the name. Okay, so just go through the text first and then just have a look at the answer very fast. You go sentence by sentence, do that reference. As you're doing the reference to find the answer, that's the time you have to determine what class process or what are the grammatical aspects to choose the right choice. You understand? Okay, so it happens automatically. You don't need to do this step, that step. Once you highlight, as you read, you highlight the clues left and right. You go to the option, start choosing the answer. At that moment, maybe you choose C as an answer. Quickly process the grammatical rule there. Does the option the option that you choose correct? Okay, some kind of justification should be done in your mind. Okay, so that's why I say you determine the word class or grammatical aspects, some logic to define that is your answer. That shows confidence, right? Okay, just in case from part one, part two until part five, any question you are not sure, you are very doubtful about the question, probably too high or the thinking skill, very difficult. What you can do, circle the question, put aside. Don't answer that moment. Okay, those are the stressful question. Definitely, because all 40 questions, there will be mixture of question, easy, difficult, different level, right? So actually, it's a mixed level question. What you can do, if you personally feel that particular question is very difficult, circle, put aside, save it for the last. Because the moment you already reach 40th question, how do you feel? You feel calm, right? You feel the relief. What you can do, revisit. At that moment, your brain works differently. The relief process already taken place. So you can think better. Guarantee you can see the answer clearly, although it's tough one earlier. Okay, so that's just a tips to handle your stress moment with difficult question. Okay, let us go to part three. Oh, before that, get something here, some message for this. Okay, remember, you got to check left and right, and then only look at the option. Okay, as you see, just as you see the option, you can roughly put the answer. Okay, I'm not putting the answer here. I'm putting the grammatical word class and all that just to show you only. Okay, all right. So let's go to the final advice for part two. Read, understand the vocabulary meaning, and then recall grammar rules and respond. Okay, here vocabulary meaning is the option. You must know the meaning as well. If you're not sure about the meaning, a bit difficult. So teacher, we don't have the dictionary that moment, how to find the meaning? Okay, the words given are within your knowledge, not something out of the context of your level. Your level is B1, B2. So the vocabulary words, the list of words will be within the that range, the B1, B2 range. Okay, so that one you don't have to worry. Part three, again, we'll be using the eliminating false idea. Yeah, 8 questions here. Okay, let us see. This is also a sample question taken from Lambaga's sample. And if you look at the text, roughly this is the length. Okay, once you get it, don't read first. Read the question first, okay? And underline the keyword. You don't have to do separately. Read first, then underline one by one. As you read, you underline. Okay, here, this is what I do. So every question I read, I underline. Don't worry about the option. Okay? Read, underline, read, underline. If you see, some of the question don't have the paragraphing. Okay, that's a bit difficult. Or sometimes they'll put like number 25 here. How does the writer feel about her parents in the last paragraph? It's actually not numbered, but the clue is there. So if this happens, what you have to do is don't worry. The question follow the text. So the before that is in paragraph 5. Then when you go to the next question, there is no paragraph number. It's probably paragraph 5, 6, or 7 within that only. Okay, so this is actually to show whether you can actually show the skill of identifying the information or not to trouble you. Because when it's guided, you will look at that particular text, paragraph. But then when there is no paragraph indication, that's where you're showing your higher order thinking skill. Okay, I know exactly where is it. You don't need to start from the beginning after paragraph 5. You start reading from paragraph 5, probably paragraph 6, around that range only the question, the answer for that particular question. Okay, this is one clue. Another thing, all the options, the A, B, C, D, the idea will appear in the text as we did in part 1. But some part will be a bit contradict. Those are the distractor where students will fail to see. I'm not telling you you are not good at it because you want to do it fast. I want to finish first. Why you want to finish first? It's 1 hour, 1 hour paper, right? Okay, I can't recall it. Okay, so just make use of the time. Understand? I'm more focused on the answering technique. Okay, so make use of the time to the fullest. Don't after finish you close your booklet and then looking left and right, recheck. Just pretend like you are a teacher. Why not you correct the mistakes before the paper goes to the teacher to mark? Okay, so this is how you do. Same method as part one. Read the paragraph by paragraph. Okay, here paragraph two, right? So go back to the question, I mean text. Now you start reading from paragraph one. At paragraph two, you stop for a while to look for the answer. And then continue paragraph three. So it's meaner you are actually reading while answering. If you read one go, you'll become tired. Then you try to find the answer. The moment you start to read, you start the process of looking for the answer. Because reading is the most tiring work for students, actually. Right? That's why you all don't like to read. Teacher, give me the question, I'll answer. You don't want to read, don't want to understand the question requirement. Okay, so this time as you read, you straight away answer, but underline the keywords because A, B, C, D will appear in the question. It will confuse you, and please see where is the distractor. So read once at least. As you read, you follow the question flow. All right, so here you eliminate the false idea by identifying the distractors. So again, it's similar to part one actually. Part one, shorter text. Part three, longer text. All answer options would appear in the text. Pay attention to the distractors by eliminating the false ideas, and then no more word spotting. You can't spot the word. Okay, and then if you spot the word exactly and you feel that's the answer, something is very tricky there. All right, so just reconfirm by looking at the question in detail. And then here it's more of meaning spotting. Yeah, remember. All right, so part 4. Part 4 is get text. Isi tempat kosong dengan ayat, right? Okay. Usually, it will be better for you to use this method, flow check and rough prediction. So when you read the flow, in the flow, the story, there will be a blank. Just you can actually, as you read, you can roughly predict the idea. Okay. So let's see. This is how the question look like. Okay, you the text won't be factual if I'm not telling for sure, because logically if you use factual, it's mean next we can predict easily. But if it is a story, it's very difficult to uh, actually predict. So looking at the sample by Lembaga, most probably it will be something like a narration. Okay, if you see this text, a camp for future leaders, it's actually telling the story about how the camp was done, okay, carried out, what are the things they do and all that, the activities. So you can see something like a account, like a story, right? So the text will be something like this. And then 6 sentences will be taken out or removed. But then the options are 8. So 2 are called the distractors, your good friend lah. Okay, those are the people, I mean, the two fellas who are going to make your life miserable when answering this question. But don't be smart to handle these two fellas, the extra fellas. All right, so what you have to do is just read through. Here, I won't say you have to highlight the ideas or what, but you can still underline. As you read, if you know the flow of the story, you will definitely know what is missing because you'll start to predict. So here, you must be connected to the text as you read, not mere reading. Read, understand. Okay, that's the CEFR paper about. Read, understand, respond. Okay, so here, as I told you, you can predict, right? So now you go back to the question. You look at the option. When you read the first blank, you can predict, right? See which idea is there or something closer. Sometimes we may wrongly predict. It happens, but not always because you must go through the understanding process. Okay, the two extra fillers, okay, the two extra fillers, they are actually wait, let me show you. The two extra fillers actually, they behave like they are two kind where they can actually fit into other blanks well. Okay, so That's the time you must be alert why this particular option can fit in two places. It's mean it is actually a distractor. You can actually see this is what I see from the sample, other book samples. When I come across these distractors, I notice that two distractor can actually fit into other blanks well. Okay, so maybe you can put a star and keep it aside. But if it is an answer, it only can fit in that one blank, cannot for others. All right. So read and understand the flow of the content, the text. Identify the wrong distractors because the wrong distractors characteristic is may fit into other blanks too. Okay. So that is the clue. So let's go to the last part of part 5 because we have to go to writing. Writing got a lot to cover, but don't worry, I already put in details. Okay, by tomorrow, you will be getting something. Okay, now part 5, matching and information transfer. There are 8 questions altogether, but they divide to 4. Matching 4 question, information transfer 4. Okay, here are the method that I would call is look out for details. Okay, so here this is the text. Okay, roughly lah, there'll be 6 tags. The description will be there, but if you see, they're all different description, but there'll be some kind of close relationship which may make them look alike. Actually, they are not. They may look like twins, but they are not. Okay, they're just sisters. All right. Here, there will be 6 short descriptions. Some details will be similar, but overall context, they are different. Okay, so maybe they can talk about becoming a volunteer and all that. Maybe there will be another character also talking about community service, volunteering, but maybe in a different way. Probably the first one is for the kids, and the second one is for the old folks. Okay, old people, in the homes. Okay, give me just 1 second. Let me do something here. Wait up. Okay, sorry because my throat is getting dry. Okay, let us go to the question. Excuse me. Okay, then the description you just read. Okay, here what you're supposed to do is, as you read, always just underline the keyword. Okay, keyword means you can say, teacher, how to underline the keyword? The main idea, lah, so you can differentiate it. Okay, as whatever you feel you want to underline, just underline because it gives you the detail, not simply underline. Okay, and that you don't have to use ruler and all that will take time. Just underline. Okay, read, underline, and then read once. That's what I say, read once and highlight the important detail, then only start answering. Let's go to the first part of it. Okay, here if you read the question, paragraph, write which paragraph A to F describes the following experiences of community service. So we know the idea there, right? So here the statements are given, but there's another note here. Mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. Although you put the letters here, there'll be a different answer sheet. I think you all are very familiar about your school paper, right? Okay, here I am not sure. This one totally I'm not sure, but don't want to simply tell the information. You just be prepared for both situation because I heard during listening when you want to blacken the answer on the OMR answer sheet, many students use pen. You cannot use that. If you are given the OMR paper for this, use pencil. And the last part, this part also there will be some options. Look carefully if you're not sure or not you don't understand some how to answer the answer in the OMR paper or answer sheet, whatever paper. Ask the pengawas, the teacher who's on duty. Okay, you can ask, don't ask for answer. So here what happened is student may not write the A to F. You may write this. You may write Shah, 16 years old. Julie, 14 years old. So probably you're right. But here, I'm not telling you may get wrong. When Lembaga would come out with a question, they put paragraph, why not we follow it? Why not we give a different variety of, why are we giving a different variety of answer? We follow precisely. You understand? That's what I'm referring to. Because if they say no, cannot accept names and age, because students have to write paragraph because the instruction is very clear. Am I right? So you cannot argue already. So let's follow exact rule. So many people asking, must write this can I? If write this can or not? Why are you keep on asking for other options? Let's not follow exactly. You look at the question. Which paragraph A to F describes the following experiences of community service, and the layout also show paragraph? Just write the letter. If they put the name of the person, names for an example, then exactly write the name. Okay, I'll show you an example here. Okay, this is one of the questions that I gave my student for testing. So the student actually write like this. That if you see the layout, you don't have to look at the question overall. So the layout here, the blank part is actually name. Okay, different people give different opinion. So you must tell who tell this opinion. So the student actually all the answers are correct, but he got it wrong because of overlifting. Vincent Yao, 32 years old. Okay, because there is no fixed rule for this part yet. So as a teacher, I cannot simply accept the answer. I don't want to practice that with my student. Like, this is my personal way of marking, because I want students to follow exactly what the question is asking. They ask for the name, just give name. No overlifting. Okay, so please pay attention on this part. So do not overleaf information. Make sure spelling is correct. If it is a name, capital letter, the beginning, please follow exactly. Teacher, can I write all capitals so that the teacher can see? No. Follow the last point. Follow the correct convention of writing. Okay, proper noun, only the first capital letter. And then you also have to pay attention on the singular plural. Probably that word, not name, probably they'll talk about um, different type of food, probably. Okay, and they don't put right paragraph, or they put the name. Okay, this one I'm not sure about this whole layout, how it look like. I'm just telling the possibilities. So you look at the layout, what they're asking, paragraph or something else, because some workbooks they have this, so we cannot trust 100% what the workbook says, right? So you just be ready be ready with any situation, so that we can tackle the problem. Okay, so if it is like vegetables in the text, then you don't put the vegetables. So all these simple things, please pay attention, right? So these are just possibilities. Probably next year we can for surely say about this is how the pattern will look like. Okay, but then Lembaga will always have their way, right? So we have to respect whatever they prepare and handle the question accordingly. All right, so look out for details again. The second part of the question, which is information transfer. Just now was matching, right? Now information transfer. If you see at the instruction there, no more than one word. So if you come across two words and when you put it there, it sounds correct, don't say, oh, I'm going to put extra word, I'll get extra marks. Sorry about that, because the skill is you must transfer the information only one word. If you take two words, probably comes along with adjective and noun, probably you will get wrong. Definitely will get wrong. Okay? So be careful. No overlifting again. So here what you can do before finding the answer, highlight the keyword, because that will help you to locate the correct word, and definitely going to put it. The problem is when you don't underline the keywords, you every time flipping the answer back and forth, right? You have to look at the whole bunch of words in the sentence. So you're actually taking a lot of time. It stresses you. When you have underlined parts, you only focus on that area. You can easily see the word. Okay, so these are the tips. All right. So again, when you want to answer, refer back and forth. Don't one time you read, then look at the filling in blank page. Okay, I'm answering the question. Don't do that. Okay. So let's go to writing part. I know you're waiting for this anxiously. Let us go through. I'll give you not tips lah. It's more like how to answer, more like a guide. Okay, don't have the wrong idea. Huh? Okay, so here let's understand. Part one question for writing is short communicative message. Very straightforward message. It will be an email to a friend or family members or any relative. 20 marks, all the parts are 20 marks, but the weightage is different. Later I'll show you how it is different. And then you don't write less. 80 marks. You can write more, no problem. Okay, many students ask, teacher, if it is 80 words, can I write 150 words? Okay, here it's not about can or cannot. Ask yourself, evaluate yourself whether you can write 150 words within the limited time for part one. If you're taking 30 minutes to answer part one and you're going to write 150 words, that will actually cause problem for you to write part two and part three later, where you need more words and more time to elaborate. So I would say it's better to go within the range. If you want to go extra, probably 100. Okay. But if you are a person, there's another but here. If you're a person who's flawless in writing, you naturally have the skill. You're gifted with that skill. Okay. So if you're naturally able to write any essay flawless, you address all the task requirement perfect, then you can write more, but within the set time. So here, based on what I observe with my own students, so roughly they can actually spend 15 to 20 minutes here. So within that 15 to 20 minutes, if you can write 120 words, for an example, flawless, the speed is there, the content are all packed there, then it's okay. If you have problem of you may wrong write a lot of errors, probably you can go within the range, but address all the task requirement and write within the word. Okay, so that is all my advice about length. Don't say teacher say cannot write. It's you. If you have the ability to write flawlessly, proceed with that. You don't have to control your skill. If you are a person that always do silly mistakes, write within the range, or you give the detail but not too much, not too long. Okay, so here the language will be informal language. The format emailer. Usually this email will be to suggest, to advise, to recommend, to persuade, to give opinion. These are the functions. So you must sound like a advice. You must sound like a suggestion. Okay, when people say suggestion, you're going to talk about giving opinion. Okay, so that's where the problem comes. Okay, how to sound like a suggestion, later we'll see. Okay, this is the outline of your essay. Some student ask, teacher, can I write in one paragraph? Okay, paragraphing is actually to show organization. Okay, so that's why I suggest this paragraphing style. First paragraph, you come up with a greeting, opening sentence, and state the purpose. It's in the sentence form. We'll see the example later. And then paragraph 2, you write all the 3 stimuli. In the question itself, or they will have part 1, part 2, part 3. In the question itself, they have the stimuli. What are the isi inside your essay lah? Okay, apa kandungan isi essay kamu? Alright, so you must use I call it informal linker. Actually, it's their linking word also. But you must use the one sound a bit personal, okay, to show the idea organization, because this is an email, not part 2 essay or part 3 essay, which is actually very formal. All right. So next, sorry about this. All right. Next, use correct grammar if the question sound like must write something already happened. Tell me about your holiday. So it's already happened, right? So past tense. If your friend asking, suggest me how to improve English. So it should be more like a suggestion. It's not past tense, present. Okay. Then you must check your spelling. That's why I say have some time to check your essay. Save the spelling part and punctuation. Your comma look like full stop. Your full stop look like comma. Okay. Comma means touching. Full stop means just a dot. You must remember all this, but y'all overlook, y'all assume paper marker akan faham. Don't. We akan faham ikut what we see. What we see from you, it's what we give the marks. We don't try to interpret and correct it and then give the marks. So remember that. Don't say, oh, ini pun cikgu tak tahu. No, we know. But we are reading it from your perspective. So the marks should be given from your perspective, not the teacher's perspective. All the teachers wanted to correct it, but not during exam. Okay? Then paragraph 3 will be the closing sentence. We start with the I hope and all that. Lah. All right, so let us go. These are some of the opening sentence. Just now, the paragraph 1. These are the one. A few example. And here in part 1, you are allowed to use contraction because contraction sounds personal. So what are the contraction? What contraction means? See, I highlighted here the short forms. It's been. I haven't. Actually, it's have not, right? So if you're writing email, friendly, personal kind of email, you can use contraction. But part 2, it's formal essay. You cannot use. Don't use. If you want to say can't, you don't say can't, you say cannot. Okay? Will not. You don't use won't. Because contraction is for spoken speech. Okay? Spoken sentences. So email, it's like you're speaking to somebody. It's a communicative message. All right? So remember that part also. Part 2, part 3, no contraction. Okay? So you choose one of the sample. I'm not going to go through now. Later, you'll look at the notes. Okay? So next, here, when you want to go to the content, the paragraph 2, you want to start the content for the stimuli. To start with, first of all, I recommend that when it comes to, then I like this one. You start like a question. Have you thought about doing revision daily in order for you to perform better during SPM? You start with a question. Actually, it's a content you're suggesting. Yes or not? So here are a few examples when you want to deliver the idea. Okay. Here are the useful expression, how you want to greet, how to suggest, and then how to give opinion, to justify, to advise. So these are a few examples I'm giving. But I would like to stress here, this one I'm also learning. I saw in one of these British Council video about speech. They said try to avoid using I think. It's better to use I believe or I opine. Opinion, I opine. Because they feel like I think sounds not that proper. Like like people may ask, who are you to think for me, right? So avoid that when you want to write because you want to sound personal. Okay? So next, you want to wish in the end, the third paragraph. So have fun, all the best, enjoy your trip if it is about the trip. And then the closing paragraph. Okay, for the closing paragraph, don't put I have to pen off now. I'm not telling it's wrong expression. I mean wrong to use, but it's not suitable expression for email because we are not writing. We are actually typing actually, right? So the some of this expression we cannot continuously use when the technology takes place. So when you see from this technology era, pen off doesn't suit well. Okay, that's all I'm telling. Okay, so avoid that one. And then when you want to start, how are you? I hope you are in the pink of health, right? So please pay attention. In the pink only, no of health. You can check any dictionary, not the mini dictionary, yeah, the thick one. Okay, Cambridge or Oxford. Look for the word pink and then look for the word pink of health. They won't write there pink of health. I hope you are in the pink. In the pink means healthy. If you say of health, in the healthy of health. Can you see? Don't worry, my teacher taught me that. Her teacher taught her that. It's a generation mistake, I think. So now the mistake is fossilized. We are like dinosaurs now. So let's correct ourselves. All right. And then signing off. Choose any one of it. All right. So that is for part 1. So remember, it should sound informal and personal. Use informal language, but you should sound polite. Cannot be rude. Okay. Let's see this question. So you received an email from your friend Sam, who has just moved to another town. Hi, how are you? Sorry, how have you been doing? I'm organizing a trip to the orphanage for the members of my counseling club. Which orphanage would be good to visit? So first stimulus. Okay. What can we do there? Second stimulus. What shall we bring for the children? third stimulus. So you only address these three questions. Teacher, if I don't want to answer one, I put my own can, teacher. It's mean you only answer partial of the question. Past requirement is only partial. Why are you trying something which is not advanced? Answer all the three questions. These are the three things that should come in the content. I wish to hear from you soon. Bye. Now write an email to your friend in about 80 words. Write your answer below. Okay. So here, the suggestion just now, right? I told you opening paragraph, content, and concluding paragraph. So if you see here, I write like this. Okay. You see whether it's personal or not. And then the yellow highlights are actually additional explanation and elaboration. Okay, this is what you get confused. Your teacher always say, I know all your teachers are correct. Okay, I'm on their side. I'm not on your side. Because they always say, bagi isi, extra point, extra point. When teachers say extra point, you do what? Just now they asked three questions, right? The question, the three stimuli. You all will put another stimuli. Because cikgu kata tambah isi. No, it's mean for the first stimulus, give details, explanation. Second stimulus, a detail. That's what your teacher meant by bagi isi. Not if you keep on giving the isi only, it become merely listing the isi in the paragraph form. The content. You're just listing the content in the paragraph form. That's all. So not good. Okay, as a writer, it's not good. You're not showing the skill already because there are some student writing like that. Comparable to that, yours not up to that level. So it will affect the marks. So this is how you do. Dear Sam, how's things going on? I hope everything's all right. So the opening sentence, a trip to an orphanage is definitely a good idea. Let me share some ideas for the trip. Some personal or not, that's a purpose. So first stimulus. To start with, have you thought about, just now I told you the question, right? You're actually presenting an idea in the question form, like a hook question. Have you thought about going to the orphanage in Bayan Lepas? That is the idea. You already answered the question. Extra detail, which we had visited during our semester break last year with our English teacher. Next, second stimulus. What can we do there? So roughly about two activities probably and give some details. Teacher, can I give three? Can I give four? Are you merely listing the activity or are you going to explain? Because you're going to share some ideas. So that's where you go wrong. You feel I write four content, my friend write two content, but your friend has details where yours not having much details to award marks. Can you see that? So let's see. It will be great if you can organize a clean up activity. Clean up activity is actually gotong royong. Please don't use gotong royong because it's bahasa word, not English word. So since word gotong royong is, exists in English, use it. You also can say ketupat, right? Ketupat, do we have it in English? No. Then you can say ketupat because it's our culture word. Okay, the Malay culture food, right? So whatever word that does not exist in English only you can use in Bahasa. If they exist, never do that. Okay, all that are showing weakness in your language. Okay, okay, let's repeat again. It will be great if you can organize a cleanup activity there. Actually, that's your activity. As this is the explanation. The orphanage needs good maintenance. The children can feel a healthy surrounding when the place is clean and conducive. Can you see the idea? This is what your teacher wants. Extra details. Okay. Apart from that, you and your club members can cater food to treat the children at the orphanage. That is the ideal second activity, buying food for them. I'm sure that they will enjoy the delicious food while having a good time. Details. Okay. So if you just compare yourself, a student A write like this, but another student just merely mentioning activity one, two, three, four, five. That's it. Another problem that you have is you don't start with the subject, your sentence. Example, look at this this part. Apart from that, you straight away can cater food to treat the children at the orphanage. You start with the can, or you start with imperative verbs. Imperatives cannot use in this kind of writing Imperative sentence means you start with a verb. It's like an instruction. Usually, when you want to tell a process, first, take some flour. Second, add some milk. Third, put some sugar. It's need to show some process, then it's suitable. This one is not a process. This one you must express. So you must have a subject sentence. That are the common errors made by you. So never start with a verb. Have a subject. Explain better. All right? All right. So these are the common error I explained just now. Stimulus tree, what shall we bring for the children? Here, well, in my opinion, personal or not. So all these are actually penanda wachana, but in a way that you are writing it in a formal manner. Okay? Sorry, formal, informal manner. Sorry, I have to correct this. It sounds informal, but it's personal. Okay? It would be a great idea if you and your club members can bring some gifts for the children there. Okay. Here is actually until there only opinion. Sorry, opinion club. Your idea, like your content. Guess what? The children will definitely feel very happy to receive the gifts. Yes or not? So further explanation. And then to which I hope my suggestions would be helpful. You look at the question. If the idea says suggestion idea, then you put suggestion. Advice, then advice. Okay? Would be helpful. Have a great trip with your club members. Well, that's all for now. Bye and take care. So it sounds different than the way you write. Am I right? Try this. Okay, let us go to one more example. This one is just a variety of question which I come across, but I'm not telling Lembaga will do this. Let's guess lah, what kind of question may come, and let's be prepared. Okay, just now the question has three stimuli. Look at this question. I won't say it might be one of the pattern, but since I come across this question, I feel like sharing with you all. So, a junior badminton club member has written an email to you asking for some tips to give a talk. Dear Shamila, how's life treating you? You must be busy preparing for your coming examination. However, I have a favor to ask you. Next week, I need to present a talk during the assembly. Okay, sorry, there's an error. About the benefits of joining the badminton club. Could you please give me some ideas on what to say? So, ideas on benefit, right? I need to recruit more members for the club. Looking forward for your reply. Okay, here they don't give three stimuli. So what should you do? Definitely, you make the benefit become three. So that's why you have to be very, tactful. Don't stuck in the question. You have to think out of the box. Okay, so this is the idea. Okay, I don't want to go through the opening and concluding is standard. Okay, I prefer to present the idea. You see how you express. To start with, you must convince your audience about the practical benefits they can gain by joining your club. First, when new members join badminton club, so you see this is actually an opening, okay, in a very personal way. They can join the free stamina training for a month. That is the idea, but further explanation, which will be coached by an experienced fitness coach from Shape Fitness Center as a part of training. Can you see the detail? So content is there. It's lively, right? So you may get the content marks going high. And then you're actually trying to communicate the content. You try to present the content with details. That's how you get good marks. And then indirectly, you started to use some nice expression, experienced fitness coach, a part of the training. So marks are actually going higher and higher rather than you write too simple. So don't worry about the length. Worry about can you give the explanation and elaboration part. That you should think about now, not about length. You write 200 words also if the idea is not presented well or what, or it's not the delivery of the idea or the organization is not good, or vocabulary that you use is not aptly used, also can affect your marks. Okay, next, whoever joined the club do not need to spend money in buying a record, as the club has ample of quality records enough, right? That's the content. Further, for the members to use during the training. So you can see the elaboration is There. Finally, you must include this in your talk. The most unique benefit of about joining the badminton club is once a month there will be an exclusive training. Full stop, right? Provided by the famous badminton player Dato' Lee Chong Wei. Namala. We kelentong sikit. Okay? So you see the idea develop. The introduction and conclusion, I think you all can write. Okay? Follow whatever expression I give. If you have been practicing with some expression, it's very interesting. Proceed with that. I'm just giving you suggestions. Huh? This is not the final thing to do. Okay? So those first time you come across all this probably will be benefit for you. Okay? Okay, here, marks will be given based on content. All relevant details are presented, no unnecessary details. Okay, but it's mean the three stimuli are details, you have the elaboration. Don't add another content stimuli pula. All right? And then communicative achievement, as I told you, when you give the details, you're actually trying to communicate. It's very direct with all the three stimuli, and you're trying to communicate it with some details. You have the structure. Okay. Next, organization. Of course, when you say the Penanda Wachana, the cohesive devices. Okay. And then language, of course, flawless. But you may have one or two slips lah, if you want an A grade marks. Okay. If your errors are very frequent, every line, maybe the language marks will drop. But if you still can understand, still content, all that we can get marks. Okay. But language is so thorough, and then your quality, we cannot understand. The teacher have to restructure, have to stop and read. When that happens, your marks going very low. Okay. So take care of that part. Let's go to part two. Okay. Part two, sorry, yeah. Okay, there it's actually 9 o'clock now already, so we have done with 1 hour. So please bear with me. We'll cover two more parts. Huh? Okay, guided writing. It's actually an essay with elaboration of points, like you agree or you go against the idea. Okay, so the range of the word is 125 to 150 words, and I suggest about 20. You spend about 25 minutes. Okay, so that's why when you get the question, you underline the keyword. Very fast, do the mind mapping. Just pull one line, blah blah blah. Second line, blah blah blah. Third line, blah blah blah. Okay, at least you have the details for reference. That's where you can start. But you all work the other way. Get the question straight away. See the question one time only, and then straight away write. So you'll miss the stimuli, some of the stimuli missing. All this affects your marks. Always closely refer to the question as you're writing. Okay. Next, the language will be formal now. No contraction. Don't use contraction. So here you may have to describe, you have to narrate, you have to give opinion, you have to deliver argument if you disagree. Okay? And then you must give fact also. When I say fact, it's not about world fact. Anything that you know. For example, pollution. When you talk about pollution, if people don't control throwing rubbish into the river, what is the outcome? The river will be contaminated and may cause a lot of health issues to the people living surrounding the river when they consume or use the water. Yes or not? So, is it a fact? Yes, general fact. So, if the basic fact will do, we are not requiring, we are not asking you to write something very by telling statistical percentage from something said by WHO. Okay, no need. And everything within your idea. I think every one of us got fact, right? When you talk about some topic, you know some fact. So those kind of fact. All right. Here, the outline of the paragraph. You must have introduction. You must have first point paragraph. It means second paragraph lah. So I told you the question will have three stimuli, right? So first stimuli, one paragraph. Second stimuli, another paragraph. Third stimulus, another paragraph. And finally, conclusion. Okay, so 5 paragraphs. Teacher, can I write 6 paragraphs on teacher? That's what I'm telling you. You organize it. If you want to put 6 paragraphs, which content you're going to bring? Is that extra paragraph going to be an unnecessary dragging part of the content? Will that cause a lot of errors in terms of language? So ask yourself. So again here, we are not writing extra points or paragraph. We are writing point from the stimuli, first point, and then details are important. It's not about how many paragraph you write, how long is your essay. For each point, you must have the detail plus the elaboration. Just remember that. That's why I say topic sentence is the content. You're addressing the content, the first stimulus. And then you reason it and explain it. That's what we want. Okay? We means I'm talking about generally the teachers lah, all everybody want, yeah? Okay. But if you want to think about writing extra paragraph, again, I'm telling you, if you want to further explain and you got the detail, no problem. It's just merely dragging some information by writing the same point in a different structure. Then beware of the situation. Please control your writing. Okay. So here checklist, answer all the question requirement in the question. I got three stimuli, right? That's what I'm referring to. Use correct answers depending on the question. You have to look at the question. I cannot for surely say, oh, this is the tense. Okay. The write in 5 paragraph will do because you have to spend about roughly 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. And then check your spelling again once you finish read. If you can check 3 errors spelling, oh, you save a lot, man. Okay. Then punctuation error, your full stop look like comma, all that. They use good vocabulary. If you cannot use good vocabulary, simple one will do. As long as it carries the meaning, it conveys some idea. And then you use linking word. Okay, here this is actually my own term, like call it formal linker, so that student knows the difference. Okay, if not, when I say linker, students sometimes they need some kind of clear details idea, So that's why I created this. Okay, so don't say this is created by UK or what. For my student, this is how I help my student. Okay, like language should be formal. Okay, let's see. Here, I would like to touch a bit on how to start an introduction. This is very standard, already explained in your textbook, Unit 4 and Unit 6. I'm just revisiting before we go further. Okay, what should you have in an introduction is you must have a hook, attract the person who reads, background information, and thesis statement. Teacher, what is that thesis statement? Problem. Okay, example. You have to write an essay about environment, how to save the environment. Example lah. So why we are talking about the environment in the classroom? Because there is environmental problem issues in the surrounding area, school surrounding area. The river nearby the river is polluted. There are a lot of rubbish at the dumping site, not collected by the municipal council, right? So there is an issue because the surrounding area around the school has a lot of environmental problem. Okay, you create. So you want to write about how to improve English, steps to improve English, okay? Because students are very weak in English. Can you see that? Or you want to talk about healthy food, eating habit and all that. Why? Because students nowadays are not eating healthily. See, you create the issue. So don't say thesis statement, ayo teacher, pending ready, what is that teacher? Okay? Create the issue based on the topic. We are talking about the topic because there is an issue. Yes or no? Okay. So let us see. In the hook question, the hook part is actually you give the question form. Like your idea is environment. So you can say, school children nowadays paying attention towards saving the environment? Question mark. You are not asking the listener or reader to answer the question, to draw the attention. Okay. So don't start your part 2 and part 3 essay with this. This essay is about, this article is about, this report is about. No, not a good start. Okay, so all these avoid, don't use. You use the quotation, or you can start with the question, or you describe the fact. The environment around the school nowadays are not clean. Many people are not paying attention in keeping the environment clean. Is it not? It's a fact, right? That's what I'm telling you. It's not a fact means world fact. Anything that you know, which serves benefit to many people. Okay? So hook question, you put one sentence first. After that, you put a background information. So, but you don't reveal the whole idea of the content. The stimuli will have that. What are you going to talk in the stimuli? The way to save the environment, right? So you can say we should do something before it's too late by taking action to save the environment. So in the content, you'll say first, what do you do? Second, what do you do? Third, what do you do? Overall background of the content. That's all. I'm putting it in a very simpler language. Okay. Next, the thesis statement is the problem. So when I talk about environment, the issue because the environment is not clean around the school. When we talk about the healthy food, because students are not practicing eating healthy food. Okay, don't say no, like teacher, we all eat healthy food. No, I'm just pretend lah. All we sometimes you have to lie in the exam. Then it sounds interesting. You must talk. There is a problem. That only you can talk about the solution. Okay, so that is not dosa. Huh? We actually being very creative. All right. So this is you need for how to answer. I mean, how to write. What do you call it? Introduction. Let me show you. You see these two boxes. Don't bother about the top part. Many people spend too much money on new technologies now these days. They often change their mobile phones every year, for example, as new models are produced. This is just a statement, fact. You also can start like this. The same thing they put in the question form at the B here. How often do you buy a new mobile phone? Do this question answer the first sentence here? Many people spend too much money on new technology these days. Can you see that? Actually, the statement, you make it question. Next one. We all want to have the latest technology, but are we spending too much money on it? So you go back to this. They often change their mobile phone every year, for example, as new models are produced. So it means you are spending when new model comes. So what you can do, my suggestion is you give one hook question. The background information is the answer for the hook question, but not direct answer in a fact pattern. You give the fact about the answer from the question. So you put one hook question, answer for this, and then the problem statement. Enough, 3 sentences. Okay, so that's how you write. Very simple way of writing introduction. Part two and part three, this is how you do. Okay, part three for story, you're gonna do like this. It's a different outline. If your strength is story for part three, choose story. Part two, of course, one time, right? It's a point of view essay. So check your ability, your strength, or you want to make the choice when you get the question. You see which is your strength. Don't choose the question which is difficult and I want to show my skill and to impress the teacher. No, choose the question that is easy for you. Okay, so here how to write introduction. Start with one or two hook question followed by one or two sentences or statement answering the hook question, and then the issue statement, the thesis statement based on the question. What is the issue? Okay, so you roughly about if you write 111, 3 sentences. If you write two question, two answer, and one issue statement, 5 sentences. Okay, so this is how to write conclusion. So you must take the idea of the content, the stimuli, right? So I just go through one. Many burglaries could be prevented if people remembered to lock doors and windows before going out. The summary of the idea. This is what mentioned in the content. So the first content, you go to sum up. To sum up, many burglary happen because of carelessness. Because people forget to lock the door, right? That's it. So the same thing you write in the conclusion. 3 content, each content you summarize in a different sentence pattern. So that is your conclusion. After that, you end it with a hope sentence. So this is what I meant here. Summary all the contents in 2 or 3 sentences. You can do that, and then you end it with a hope sentence. Don't say I hope. I hope is for the letter or email. Here, it is expected if people around the neighborhood start to pay attention about the condition of their environment, they can stop the pollution before it is too late. It's not. It is a hope sentence, right? People must start to show care for the environment. That's it. Okay, don't start with the article is about, the essay is about, no. And then when you want to end it, I hope for part two and part three not suitable. Okay, so let's see this part two question. Okay, you must answer this question. Okay, write within 125 to 150 words. So let me go to the question. Your sister and you want to buy a special gift for your grandfather. Write an account. Account means like kejadian, like your experience. Okay. on the special gift that you want to buy for your grandfather. In your essay, you should write about what you would like to buy, reasons for your choice, and the importance of giving a gift. So, three stimuli, right? So, here you see using all the notes and giving reason for your point of view. Okay, so let's see the question answering part. It's kind of small. Don't worry. I'll still share the slides. Exact slides I'll give. Okay, don't worry. So I said hook question just now, right? For part two essay. If you look at my hook question, I give two actually. Are people still practicing giving gifts on special days to others? Can gifts make anyone happy? That is the question. You look at that statement. Since before, people never stopped giving and exchanging gifts on special day. Am I answering the first question? Yes, right? It is known that receiving gifts can make any aged people to feel loved, and they prefer to celebrate and cherish such moments. Okay, here you're answering, can gifts make anyone happy? Can you see that? It's actually a question where actually you can say gifts can make anyone happy. That's the answer. But we make it more like a fact. Okay, so put a little effort to make it interesting. After that, your problem. Your problem is your account, right? What happened? So recently, my sister and I wanted to buy a special gift for my grandfather as it was Father's Day. It was actually a very difficult decision to make. A problem, right? When it comes to choosing a gift, especially for someone special like our grandfather. You see, you actually explained it, developed the language. So that's why you are making it interesting and get good score rather than I'm writing long. Okay, I see students are so much worried about the length. They don't worry about the content delivery. Now remember more of content delivery. So here, the first part, what would you like to buy? But I suddenly thought of buying formula. I want to think out of the box. Every day we are talking about buying mobile phone for grandfather and all that. Let's make our grandfather someone very computer savvy. I want to buy a game console because when they play this strategy game online, it is believed that these kind of games will make your brain, when thinking skill active. So old people thinking actively, what will happen? They become healthy. They'll be happy. So when you're happy, what will happen? A lot of good health condition will start to appear, start to show up, right? So tell you want to buy the game console, think out of the box, but reasoning is important because it's quite cheap at that moment. It was on sale and it was the latest model. You describe your gift first. And my grandfather loved to play the strategy game called, I don't know the name, please put that. Just put the explanation about the gift only. Then go to second content, the reason. Now you bring in your fact. So when people just now I say when you play these kind of active games, strategy games, thinking become active, so they can avoid this kind of problem. What you call it, aging problem. They can reverse the aging process because mind is very active and they will become very happy. When people are very happy, what happened to your body? The happy hormone will be produced. When happy hormone produced, your body will become happy. I mean happy, healthy. Can you see how you relate the idea? From game console, you're going to active mind, happy hormone, if you know the name, endorphin and all that. Okay? Make use of these details. You see, you all are very good with details. You know the fact, but then I wonder why you're not putting it at the elaboration part. So I give two reasons only, but explain. If you start to give four reasons, you're merely listing the reason. So when you say grandpa actually can reverse the aging process, he can be active in thinking. When he's active, you can actually produce happy hormone in your body, which is called endorphin. So that will make him healthy because he lives alone in his house. He's a very independent man, however, he's still aging. So this kind of game will help him to become active and reverse his aging process. So whoever reads it, even your teacher who marks it, oh, really? Then the teacher will start to go and play strategy game. Okay? So you must convince because it's point of view essay. The next reason why you want to buy the game console. So this is how you write. Okay, then the content, third content is importance of giving gift. So give to importance. Why should you give? You want to show appreciation. You want to show love so that, especially old people, when you show this kind of affection, what is the importance? Why should you give the gift? Okay, so importance here roughly two, but each of them give details, not give for importance. You will stuck somewhere. To give for importance, it's not easy, you know. So give two, details are very important. Okay, then you see the summary. In conclusion, my sister and I were very happy to give the best gift for our grandfather. We were overjoyed to see our grandfather smiling widely while receiving our gift as he felt appreciated and loved. Giving and receiving gifts are really wonderful moments in life. Can you see it sounds very uh, factual with point of view? Okay, it would be good if everyone practices this simple gesture to show our concern to people we love and care. It's a hope, right? But do I start? I hope so. Learn. I hope is for part one. You learn something today. Okay, and then you can stop with the proverb or saying or just general message. So I put a message here. This is because love has no value to be exchanged with money. Let's love everyone and live peaceful. Okay, very simple idea, right? Okay, okay, now we are not going to show see the detail. Let's analyze the question only. Okay, so this is one of the question, but there is an error, favorite error. Yes, I took it from one of the book. You must answer this question. Write your answer in 125 to 150 words in an appropriate style. Your class has been discussing about TV programs, and your teacher has asked you to write about your favorite TV program. Okay, in your essay, you should write about first your favorite program, two, reasons for your choice. Remember, two only. Teacher, two very little. Again, I'm telling you, it's not about listing the reason, it's about elaboration. Okay, when do you normally watch it? Okay, you must tell what time and during what season or what lah. Okay, again for the reason, when I say two reason, don't still have this idea that teacher I want to write more. Remember, when we read, if it sounds like merely listing, you're not expressing, explaining, because it's point of view essay, it doesn't reach that level, point of view level essay here. So reason, point of view, explain. Second reason, point of view. You understand? Now, please clear your mind and understanding. Don't merely list it in a paragraph form. Because first, the reason is. Second, the reason is. Furthermore, it is because. You're just merely listing the reason. It sounds flat. That's why your communicative marks may affect your content also not up to that level, so please improve on that tomorrow. Like, this is just change of mindset only. Okay, so here you must use all the notes given. So don't say, teacher, stimulus 1 and 2 I use, 3 I don't like, can I change to different one? Because they already say use all the notes. Okay, so these are the simple clues. Don't do something else. It will be like you lacking of detail. You're not addressing the task completely. It's partial. Even stimuli, you give two stimulus, two stimuli, you still consider partially answer the question. Okay, so here we have three stimuli here. Right, let's see how we divide the paragraph. Introduction, you know how to write introduction just now. The hook question, answer for the hook question, and problem statement. So first paragraph, you talk about the favorite program. Okay, when you talk about favorite program, it's actually like this. Don't say, okay, one program, Tom and Jerry. Okay, teacher love to watch cartoon, so don't laugh at it. Okay, so I love Tom and Jerry. So Tom and Jerry, it's one of the series. When you talk about program, you must understand, if you want to write in a very elaborated way, don't narrow it down too much. Within, you put a bigger umbrella, then you narrow down until the end. So the TV program is cartoons, animated movie. So you describe in cartoons, they have variety, where they have this futuristic animation, or they have this different. You just put like, I think TV programs you all know better. Okay, I know Tom and Jerry and Donald Duck Show, the old one only. Okay, the latest one I don't like. Okay, so after that, you give reason why you like these cartoon programs. General, right? Then you narrow down because it has a lot of moral values. It actually makes the person who watch this program, especially me, to feel happy. When I'm happy, again, you can relate to the happy hormone. When you're happy, what happens? This endorphin will actually produce more. Your body will be healthy. Can you see that? So you see, reasons from there you can put it here. So actually, reasoning are not separately different. They are here and there. You can just mix and match. So give two reason and elaboration. When normally you watch this kind of show, you can say during weekends and school holidays. Because usually it is focused to the students only. You see the question. Okay? Because here the question says your teacher asked you to write about your TV program. So you're writing as a student. So you tell normally school holidays because why, give reason. And then weekends, why, because why. You tell. Late night show or whatever, because those that's a day I call it's my me time. I spend my time doing my favorite activity, which is watching television. Not only that, when you watch television, you can improve your spoken language, especially in English. You know how what kind of structures you should use. Bring in a lot of reasons are there, and then summary it. So you can say my favorite program will be um, any cartoon programs because give the reason it makes me happy. Don't need to talk about the endorphin in all detail. And also help me to learn language, although it's animated, because it teaches me how to use figurative languages. Okay, and I prefer it during weekends and holidays because those are the days I'll be very free. So it is good to watch television because there are a lot of benefits. That's it. Okay, so that's how you write. So this one, sorry, I need to show you the idea of the question, but it's a bit distorted. I'll show you. Okay, later when I share the notes, it will be better. Probably the screen is looking different. Okay. During the English lesson, your teacher has assigned a group task. Your group is asked to discuss on how to spend time wisely as student. Okay? Sorry, wait. As student. Your teacher also has asked you to write an essay about how you would spend your time as a student. So you know you are a student, there's a group discussion, the title is how you would spend your time as a student. Am I right? So now you must talk from the student aspect. Don't talk about parents and all that. That one also you must pay attention. So your stimuli, how you would spend your time, what you would do, reasons for your choice. So how you spend time, give two. Okay, give two. But then here, oh no, no, wait, I missed. Okay, the reason I choose this question, actually, this is a bit different. Okay, so let me show you how I organize it. Okay, this particular question, I don't use one stimulus in one paragraph. I use all the three stimulus in one paragraph. Okay, because during your free time, you won't do one thing, right? So you want to say how would you spend your time? You cannot say one in one paragraph. So you must put this question in a different manner. First bullet point is how you spend your time, right? You tell first paragraph, I play badminton with my friend during the weekend. So what would you do? You just say we will usually book the hall at nearby our house, and then we usually train ourselves to play for almost 1 hour. Tell that. After that, you give reason. The reason is when we train to play badminton, we feel healthy, our body sweat, and actually both me and my friend are very fit and fiddle. Okay, so one. Second paragraph, another activity that you do. So introduction, as usual, who question, statement, and then thesis statement or problem statement. So here, the first content paragraph, I will tell this is my suggestion. Spend how you spend time, play badminton, what you do, explain how you do, and then the reason, one or two. Second content, tell you also will do some gardening with your, gardening with your mother. So what you do, you will try to plant some seedlings, you will try to fertilize, all that you explain. The reason is when you spend time in the garden, you feel relaxed, you feel healthy because you are surrounded by plants which actually releases a lot of oxygen. And that also make you happy. And happy hormones in your body will be produced. You will get good health. See, from there you can put here. That's how you do. And then another one, I also help my father to do housekeeping every weekend whenever I have time. Why you do that? Because a clean environment will create a happy family. So give reason. What cleanliness, the benefit of cleanliness. Can you see that? So it's not always three stimuli each one paragraph. It depends on the question also. So this particular question, I find it very interesting. That's why I show you an example. But I doubt this kind of question will be tested. I'm just showing it for your information. Who knows if ada lah this kind of question, you know how to tackle it. Okay. So here are some of the linkers, Penanda Wachana, cohesive devices that you can use for point of view essay, part 2. Okay, so this one later you can just refer. So if you see this one is to show next point, next part, next point. Okay, this one on the right hand side to deliver your opinion. I believe that in my opinion, I personally think, okay, just now I say about the word think, right? Probably you can avoid that. You just say, I personally believe or I personally think. Okay, so next, more words to give opinion. Okay, these are some of them. Like I opine that, I strongly agree with you. I strongly agree that we should practice exercising daily, something like that. So start with this kind of idea to show its point of view. Okay, here, part 2, again, same thing. Your content should cover all the three stimuli. Your communicative achievement, you elaborate extra, not next point, next point, next point. Okay, each point, details are there. And then organization, this, the words, the cohesive devices. Okay, and then language, flawless. Try to control your error. Okay, use as simple language as you can if you don't have the vocabulary power, but if you're very good, you know some bombastic words, please proceed with that. So here I'm not telling the good student will get marks, even the low proficiency student also, when you use simple words, simple vocabulary, you still get marks. You understand? So just do the best. Okay, now extended writing. So here you must write a composition. They will give three choices. Choose one. Okay, what are the choices? I'll show in a while. So 20 marks again. But you remember, if you see part 1, it's personal. You can see the reasons are still extra sentence. If you see part 2, you have to give opinion kind of question structures. Can you see that? Part 1, no opinion, just telling the reason, next reason. Part 2, you start to give the opinion. Here, extended writing means more details for the stimuli, not another stimuli again. Okay, still follow the three stimuli, more details. You extend it, you reason it more, you explain more. Okay, so that's why 200 to 250 words. Teacher, can I write more? Can. Same advice. Length is not criteria. You can write within the range, it's good enough. If you have the language writing power, proceed. No need to worry about anything. Okay? So here, 50 minutes, you need about 50 minutes to write. Okay, that's why I told you. Keep some time for your extended writing, extra time. Okay, here the language is formal, except for story. Okay, story is one of the options. So what are the kind of question format you will use is article, report, review, and story. So all four you must write title. Okay, and then you must write by. Definitely you write. Okay, teacher, if I don't write the title and by, got affect the marks or not? Not at all, because we see the essay. But it's an impression, right? Start with a good appearance lah. That's why I say when you wear your, for an example, when you wear your pants, you don't wear your shirt. How do you look like? It's not complete, right? It's just to make it look nicer. That's all. There is no special marks for format. Okay, if you forget, also it's okay. Make sure the content of the essay is power. Has the power to grab a lot of marks. Okay, here the checklist is Read and understand all three choices and choose one. Underline keywords again, all the question, part one, part two, part three. Better to underline the keyword and then you put the mind map, very quick one. Okay. And then pay attention on spelling, punctuation, tenses as you are writing. Okay. Teacher prefer like this. After writing one paragraph, very fast I'll read. When you read, it actually make your mind to prepare for the next paragraph. When you continuously write, your mind actually will stuck somewhere. This is what my teacher taught me. You finish first paragraph, baca dulu. Then you somehow rather know how to start the next one. Then that's what we call it the flow, the coherence, the organization. Okay, so let's see this question. An article. So here, you attended a youth leadership camp organized by a school. You see, still around students' experience. Am I right? You're not going out of that. Youth leadership camp. What were the activities conducted during the camp? What are the benefits you gained from the camp? What are your suggestions to improve the camp? Okay, three stimuli. So you must write an article by answering all these questions lah, for the school magazine. So your audience are, your readers are students and of course some teachers. All right. So article here, as I told you, title and by. That's okay. So here, I'm not giving you the sample, but I prefer to give you the outline. Again, remember hook question based on the topic and then answer the hook question and then problem statement. Here, if you see what is the problem, why this camp was organized, because lately students are lacking of this leadership skill and they do not know how to manage. Cannot say don't know, do not know how to manage themselves. So with this kind of training or camp, students can learn how to become good leaders and manage their daily life. Yes or not? Do you agree? No, teacher, we all are very good in leadership. I know that. But in essay, you must tipu-tipu sikit. All right? Okay. So content one is the first question. What were the activity? Don't think a lot, two enough. But in that two, details more. Teacher, you say part three must talk more, mature. That's why I say mature, not a lot of details. Okay, you want to give three also can. Make sure your reasoning is there. Okay, so I say two because not everyone has the speed to write. Okay, but if you want to write three, can. Analyze whether are you speed in writing. You have the speed to write it or not. No, just maintain two, but give the elaboration more. Bring in, as I told you, bring in some fact. That will be good. Okay. So same thing. What are the benefits? Give two. When you give three, also can. Explanation should be there. What are your suggestions to improve the camp? So probably the food wasn't good. Okay, improve from that. Probably the dorm was not clean, got bed bugs on the back. Okay, you can talk about that. Okay, and then for the benefit just now, you can say, oh, sorry, not benefit, activities. Don't always talk about the common activity. This is leadership and all that, right? So come up with an interesting name or activity, leadership activity. You can talk about explore race and all that. So give reason for that. So you actually go and find the treasure in the form of question. You find solution. So it's mean you actually learning the collaboration skill among your members to solve the mystery in the question. So these kind of words you use. So don't put very simple, but in a mature way you write it, because extended writing. Okay, you extend the detail further compared to the part two. All right. So again, summarize all the content. You can actually summarize using the question. You can say in conclusion, uh, the what do you call it, the camp. The camp was a successful program because there were interesting activities conducted during the camp, and the participants gained a lot of benefits. Okay, not only that, although the camp was a good one, there are still some flaws. So hope for the next year there will be some improvement made, and this camp will be better in future. Okay, so with better objective in future. So just write the sentence. You can actually take the question to come up with a summary, and then hope, and then maybe a saying if you know. If you don't know, just leave it. Edit with a hope. Okay. So that is the outline. So let's see another one. Teacher, you say got three stimuli, but here got four, teacher. Okay, don't worry. I don't think so. They will give four. If got. So I'm a person always, I don't follow the same trend. I always think about, always cautious, how if, okay? So how if they give more than three? So this is what you do. Okay, let us see the question first. Huh? Recently, a new recreation center has opened in your housing area. You are required to write a report for the community newsletter. Students, those who do not know what is newsletter, is magazine actually. Community magazine means community lah, masyarakat, tempatan. Okay, maybe the jiran tetangga's magazine. Huh? So Rimba Recreation Center. So you have to talk about the opening hour, the facilities offered, the activities you can do there, their membership fee. So since you got four, I prefer to divide it this way. This is my suggestion. You also can do it the other way. Okay, you can put four paragraph instead for the content. So what I did is introduction, commoner. First content, I put what time opening plus membership. So opening, I want to give two variety. Monday to Friday, working days, right? So it opens after 4 p.m. So people after work can go and do some activities there, like going to gym and all that, okay? Or jogging track, there are tracks there. Membership, then Saturday, Sunday, they open 24 hours. They can do camping at night also. Example, okay? Membership, you can have full-time membership, part-time membership. Okay, full time means of partial or full membership. It means certain services they cannot use. If full means everything they can use. Okay, so give reasons for that. Opening hour, why Monday to Friday and 4 to 8 p.m. probably. So give reason for that. And then Saturday, Sunday, why whole day, 24 hours? Give reason for that. Okay, facilities offered. Think out of the box. So because it's Rimba Recreation Center, don't always say they can have a gym and all that. The gym also you think out of the box. They don't have machines using electricity. It's more to nature related machines where they have to manually use it. You understand? So like something in our playgrounds nowadays. So those are the manual machines, not using any electric power. So include that. Or maybe you can have swimming pool. Actually, this is not the common swimming pool. It's actually connected to river pool. So the water actually flow into that space and then flow out. So the the pool don't have chlorine, so it's safe. It's more very natural. Okay, so give reasons for that. Bring in some scientific reason. Because what is the effect of chlorine? Put there. Okay, and then activities. Give two again. So activities, don't give common core activities. You can talk about camping at night. Late night camping where you watch this moon, stars, or you learn about constellation. Be creative. So that's why I'm telling you, you have to plan your essay first. Okay, so please do that. Okay, here review. Let's see. I'll show example. So I think by time we can stop already. Sorry about taking a lot of time. You recently saw this notice in a school newsletter magazine. Write your review. Shopper review needed. It's consumerism month. Have you been to the latest shopping mall lately? Write about the highlights of this shopping mall. Sorry. Wait, this shopping mall. Is there anything or any place that is worth going to this shopping mall? Okay, if you see the question, it is not giving three stimuli. Am I right? They ask you, have you been to the mall? Write about the highlights. So these highlights are the three highlights. Okay, don't get shocked. Don't keep on looking for where is the stimuli. Got one only. Okay, teacher Premas, it got three. Okay, so this is the hot question. Okay, so what I will do, of course, you start the introduction as usual, the three things that you should include. First, highlight. And then give reason for that one highlight. Probably you can say all the items are from overseas, branded, but they are produced at a very low cost. One. Second, they have any services like these outlets where you can have this try moment. You don't have to buy actually. Okay, if you don't have the size, they can actually custom make for you. all the outlets, the shoe, the dress outlet, or the food outlet also. If you want your way of recipe also, they will cook for you. So it's like People's Choice Mall. Okay, I don't think so such place exists. Why not we be creative? So that's why I'm telling you, think out of the box, extend your idea. Okay, and then another highlight. So think about it very creatively. Okay, I think I'm drying up with ideas. All right, so summary again, you tell they are actually very natural products. They are more to customer focus rather than profit focus, because you are telling, we let the customer try rather than buying it, and we can custom make for them if they don't have the size. Okay, so that's that kind of summary you do. And then hope. It is expected that this mall will be very customer friendly in future by giving more services. Okay, so that kind of idea. So more examples. This one we'll do touch and go only until we go to the end. All right. So here, if it is an article, okay, let's analyze the question. I'm teaching you how to analyze the question. Of course, you can read. Okay, you see this notice on a board outside the school library. Articles wanted, our school library. What types of reading material would you like to have? Okay. Okay. What special facilities should your library have? How can you improve the library? So you have the details, three stimuli. Now, how you organize? First, introduction. Commonly, you know already now how to write. And then content, the first question. What types of reading material? Think out of the box. Don't always say students must read novels, stories. You also can talk about they should read more world related facts like geography, because many students do not know why and how earthquake happens. Do you know? Can you explain? So bring in that, because that's a problem, right? So sound very practical. Nowadays they don't know what is a tsunami. Actually, they know it's a big wave. How it comes? What happened to the earth plates? How many plates are there? Not the plate that you eat. So all this, if you know, present it. That shows your extended idea. Okay. So content two is what are the special facilities. Think out of the box. What you want in your library. Okay, so you can actually have these ebooks rather than always borrowing books. You can just go there, get the login or some ID to just access that particular book for 2 weeks. Okay, so book borrowing system. Okay, then how can you improve your library? Probably you want a carpeted floor. Okay, different kind of quality lah. So just give two for every stimuli. Okay, every stimulus, sorry. Okay, and then conclusion. So this is how you divide. So all you write 5 paragraphs will be just nice. What we want is the extended. Okay, probably you want to say this, teacher, you say types of reading, you give two, right? Two types, two genre, okay, probably. So can I divide it like first genre, 1 paragraph, second genre, second paragraph? That one is fine, but make sure you have the elaboration, extended one. That one can be done. Okay, so roughly you'll have about 157 paragraph. Okay, so it's up to you. If you have the power, the ability to extend it well, you can break them rather than putting two content in one. If you feel like, teacher, I write the first content, kind of first point lah, kind of a lot. Can I go to the next paragraph? Proceed. It's mean you have the power, you have the skill to write. Teacher, I write like 1-2 sentences only. After that, I'm stuck. Can I immediately put the second point for the first content, that second type of reading material? Proceed. So there is no, this is wrong, this is right. As long as you present it well, first point, second point, first point, second point, with details. Okay? So I'm just guiding this for all category students. Okay? High proficiency, average, or lower proficiency. Okay? So all of you can do it actually. So here you see this notice on a new website about food. Restaurant or cafe reviews wanted. Write and submit a review of a food outlet that you have currently visited and enjoyed. Okay, you see the whole question. Now, this is what a problem on review. You see the question, you have visited and enjoyed. The idea is there. So, what should your review be? Bad about the restaurant or good thing about the restaurant? Yes, it's enjoyed, right? So you should judge it. It's supposed to be all the positive stuffs. If they say you have visited and you need to comment about the restaurant, they don't give the clue, then it's better to choose either one. Okay, probably you can mix. The food was good, but the service wasn't bad. The atmosphere was very down, something like that. Okay, so you can talk about the food. First stimuli, the atmosphere. Second stimuli, and whether you would recommend it. Third stimuli, but they put it in normal sentence. So stimuli not necessarily to appear as question, they also can appear as common sentence. Okay, please include your rating out of 5 star. So you should put near to the recommend because this look like the fourth stimuli. All right, stimulus. Sorry. All submission will be uploaded after getting approval from our staff. Okay, let's go. This is my outline, my suggestion. So again, introduction, start with the hook question. If you can get access to this textbook, form 4 textbook, you go and look for, I don't know, unit 2 or what about food. There is a review there also. Textbook, wait, not this one. Wait, I can't recall. Sorry, form 3 textbook, close up. I think unit 2. There is a review about food restaurant. You can just go through internet now. They have ebook textbook. Okay, just have a look how they write the review. Okay, but that one is a very short one lah. Here you must explain. So the first content, you talk about the food. So when you talk about the food, you can talk about the food class, or whether it's oily, delicious or not. They use natural ingredient. They don't actually have fish that or fish from the market. Actually, they actually rear the fish in the aquarium. We can actually go and order, pick the fish, the one that we want, and they will cook for us fresh. You understand? So that kind of detail, extend it. Okay. And then atmosphere, you must talk about the ambience, the lighting, the wall decoration, the painting, the tablecloth, the presentation, plus the waiter and waitresses service. Atmosphere, right? So talk about it. You don't control atmosphere means the light only. Don't control, extend it. Okay, so you don't narrow it down always, extend it. Okay, so you can have a lot of details to talk. Whether you would recommend, you can say I would recommend it because give other than food and atmosphere. Probably you can talk about the price. Okay, and maybe you can don't have to include the waiter in the atmosphere because it's atmosphere, right? You can put the recommendation part where the waiter and waitresses are very customer friendly. Okay, and they also entertain, if you're celebrating some special day in that restaurant like birthday, they actually play some musical instruments for you. Then I would definitely recommend you because your mom's birthday is next month. I think you should definitely bring your mom there. And the rating that I would give for this restaurant is 5 out of 5 stars. So conclusion then. Okay, so it's not about what kind of question you get. You see whether the question for part three, yeah, because you have to choose. You see which one is closer to you, personal to you. You can actually do it. Don't say, oh, this is easy, lah, I don't want to do. Oh, this is difficult. The teacher will like when I do difficult question. Sorry, no teacher will see whether it's difficult question or not for you. Okay, we only see your content. So choose something that you can do. All right, you look at this question. Your teacher has asked you to write a report about your classroom and suggest ways in which you could make it more pleasant. Okay, I won't say this will be SPM question. If you come across a question that has only one stimuli, you see carefully, suggest ways. So report, title, and by again. And review also what? Title of the review and by your name. All right. If you forget, it's okay, but then better put it lah. Okay, so if you see this one already give the details, ways to make the classroom more pleasant, right? So introduction, you should know the 3 things. Content, the seating arrangement, the desk arranged in such a way that students can sit in group and in large circle. And then third one, I'm going to talk about the color and art at the wall there. So the wall can be painted with different pastel colors or light colors to create warm atmosphere. Posters and photographs can be used to create an art wall. And then you want to have a green corner in the classroom. Plants can be brought to into the class, okay? And then student can take turns to be responsible to take care of them, right? Okay, sorry. So these are the ideas. Okay, I'm just giving you a suggestion. So think about it and extend the details. Just explain, put details about it, put fact, put explanation, not merely mentioning about the content. Okay, so you see, you must roughly make it out like a mind map from the question. Okay, so these are the common cohesive devices. Some suggestion from me. When you want to summarize, you can use this. Okay, again, whatever I showed in part 2, the linkers, you also can use in part 3. So part 2 and part 3 linkers are almost like you can cover, you can use for both. Okay, so these are the summary part. So these are more information. You want to add more information phrases. It is widely known that, it is a fact that these are the, I mean, nice linkers or cohesive devices to write the explanation, further explanation. So remember, class, you may be good in English, you can speak flawless English. Sometimes your lacking is at use of expressions. So improve on that. Okay, just go through a bit, remember some beginning, how to start and all that. About 5 to 6, you just put it in your head. Okay, then phrases to add new words, I mean new ideas, actually new words or new ideas. So moreover, in addition, I think this is quite common for you. Another key point to mention is, wow, simple, but I think we seldom do that, right? So do that. Okay, these are a few. This one I chip out from the internet, but still you can use that. So this is not my source. This is from the English studypage.com. Thanks to them, because they put it in a Google image. So thanks to them. Okay, this one about story. The last one now. Okay, let me go to this question first. Okay, you had a bad experience losing your phone. Write a story about your lost phone. So if you read the question, you know the tense is past and the title is given. So just write the title first, okay, in your answering part, the paper. The day I lost my phone. So what should you include in the story is a description of what happened. So this one, you cannot say, teacher, this one, which paragraph, teacher? Second or third? Cannot. Story, throughout the story. Describe everything. Beginning, problem, solution, ending. Okay, so what you did on that day. This is also not which paragraph. First, what you did, in the middle, what you did, in the solution, what you did, and then in the end, what you did. And then here, there's one task. Your view on whether having a phone is important. This one will be your last ending where you end it with a moral value. So it's good to have phone with you because during emergency you can do first point. Then second, give two, and it's a little explanation. Okay, it can be like this, the question, or it can just be generally story. Okay, like this. Your principal has asked you to write a story for a competition. The story must have the title. Okay, the title, Quick Action Save the Day. So you know somebody did some action and it saved somebody else's life. You know the idea. So your story should be around that. So understand the title first. So a description of the incident from beginning until the end, until you're saved, and then what action were taken from the beginning until the end. But here they don't tell about the moral value. So teacher, what should I do? Please end your story with some kind of value, some message. Okay, because this one is some kind of incident. Probably carelessness caused the problem. So your quick action saved that person. So how you write the story, the outline will be like this. Start with the setting, the environment you describe, then the character you introduce. Kamal is a wonderful boy. One day, sorry, getting too dry. Kamal is a wonderful boy. He one day, he actually behaved very sweetly with his friend, but somehow or other that one day he was in a very bad mood. Don't start like that. And then beginning, he was going somewhere, and then he was talking to the friend. He left the phone, so you study, and then you must have the climax. When you talk about climax, it's not the ending of the story. It's actually the what do you call it? The problem, the stress moment. So probably without the phone, you actually some emergency happened. Give me one moment, let me take a little water. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So the story climax is actually a problem. So you put the stress. Somebody injured, something very tragic happened, can also murder somebody there. Keep the story, yeah. Don't murder somebody in your life. So somebody died, you don't have the phone, or somebody got kidnapped in the house, you got no phone, you left it somewhere, something like that. So create, after that you found the solution, you found your phone, you save the person. Okay. And then the moral value is, you learn, that's the day you learn mobile phone is very important, you give the moral value. At least two. How the mobile phone helps you in everybody's life, generally. Okay. So these are the uh, cohesive devices for story. Okay, so I'm not telling you don't have to use the other one. The other one also in between you use furthermore and all that. This one to show some kind of time effect, the frequency, these kind of words and mannerism. The manner of action, not mannerism. Manner of action. As quick as a flash, I ran towards the house as I heard the cry of a little boy. Sound very dramatic, right? That's what we want. Story. So don't strike story like a normal factual essay. Okay. So again, same thing. Content relevant, have details for the communicative achievement, you extend it, idea for story, you have details, you explain. And then organization is the cohesive devices, Pinanda Vachana, language flawless. So if you see all three are same, first one, simpler communicative achievement, simpler language and all that. When you go to second one, point of view essay, it must have the details about point of view. When extended, you must have details more, you communicate more. So the expectation of language, the sentence structure will be more. Okay, we cannot look at exactly how we see in part one. Okay, show the growth, show the maturity of the development of your AC. Okay, so what will be assessed? Content, communicative achievement, organization, and language. So take care of these only. Okay, here are the target lah. If you feel like teacher, I always feel like teacher, how to pass. So 40 marks is pass, roughly around reading and writing. You try to put like 60 to 20 marks, writing 25 to 30 marks, but then speaking and listening, you should have done lah. Okay, so manage your planning. Okay, all these I'll share in the notes. This one, you analyze what is your target. If your target is 80 above, so roughly around this 40 marks, paper one, you should get at least 32 and above. 60 marks, I say, I'm giving minimum 28 because we have weaker students also, right? So you can get 40 something, imagine what is your marks. Okay, so it's not difficult at all to score, very easy. So avoid these common errors. Almost coming to the end. So I was playing at there, so wrong structure. I was playing there. When you say you want to refer to something there, don't put at there. I know many Chinese students from Chinese school have this problem. I just found a few years back, not just it seems in Mandarin structure they say at there, they play at that. No, so their structure is like that, Mandarin structure. So you cannot put the same in English because probably you're translating. So remember those from Chinese school, if you have this problem, please correct it. It's not at there, it's there straight away. Okay, never begin a sentence with because, so, but, and, because they are conjunctions somewhere in the middle. Example, you want to use because. I woke up late. Full stop. Then you put because I slept late. Why would you do that? Just say, I woke up late because I slept late. Understand? So, if you feel like you want to still teacher, I want to break into two sentences. I want to put because. You put this is because. Sounds better. Because you must have a subject, right? You cannot start with because, so, but, and. So remember that. Avoid this error. You can actually make your sentence look good. These are the common error in between teacher underline. Whew, very angry, to see this. So please, you save yourself from this. Put comma and apostrophe at the right place. You see, like comma, let's eat grandma. And let's eat grandma. So can you see the difference? It's mean you're going to eat your grandma without the comma. When you put comma, you are inviting grandma. Let's go and eat some pizza, like that. Okay? So punctuation saves life. Okay? So remember another thing, check your spelling before you submit your paper, check your tenses that you use, organize your paragraph using appropriate linkers and or cohesive devices. you can follow my suggestion, 5 paragraph for part 2 and 3, part 1, 3 paragraph, and then give elaboration as you grow. Part 2, part 3, give more and more details. Okay, explain well. Don't keep on writing the same idea in different sentence structure. Okay, use the stimuli given in all 3 parts in writing paper. Okay, use these. Don't neglect any of it. Okay. So, oh, sorry, there's no last part ready. All right. So that's the end of our presentation. So now probably we can look at the question. Okay. So I'll go through the question. Let's see. Wait. I'll read the question and I'll answer. If you have more question, you can put in the chat. Okay. Teacher bila habis. Okay, sudah habis. Just looking for some question. All right. Oh, so many questions. Question or some chat? Okay, if you feel tired, you want to go on, please go. Or maybe I'll address the question here. Later, maybe you can replay the video and see the question. Okay, whether it's addressed or not. All right. Okay. I need to scroll too many. Okay. Wait. Cannot hear. Give me a moment. Okay, I see here there are 2 types of linker, connectors and cohesive devices. Okay, it's just connector means you put to join 2 sentences like and, but, although, sometimes in the middle, sometimes in the beginning, even however you put in the middle and sometimes you put in the beginning. That's the difference. When you put somewhere in the middle, they become connectors. Cohesive devices, commonly they call it as the beginning, to start something. Okay, all the same. Okay, there's different name. Like myself, teacher call some call me Premani, sometimes call me Prema, some call Prem. Some my close friends call me Prem, and I love that. Okay, so just that. How to improve English? Read a lot. Oh, that's a topic, is it? Oh, okay. How to improve English? The importance of vaccine. Can be the topic. Okay, probably importance of vaccine might be too high for you. Okay, maybe how to improve English will be good. Okay, so let me see more question. Uh, yeah, hook means something you use to bait the examiner, to attract the examiner. Okay, all right. Is there any fancy linkers, Jonathan? You can see at the slide, I already given some linkers. Rather than using fancy linkers, use appropriate linkers, suitable one. Okay, so let me see. Don't bait the examiners. You cannot bait the examiners. We are very, very strict about marking because we follow marking scheme. Okay, don't try to buy your examiners. All right, there are 2 types of linker. Okay, fine. Okay. Nowadays, people ignoring the benefits of keeping. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Connectors are linking words. Okay, yeah, you're right. But don't use the common one, lah, first, second, next. That's why I say you can use if you feel that's what you know. But if you know more, why not? Try. Use it. Okay, that's why I listed for you a few. All right, I'll share another notes type in words below this video description. Please download those who are in my Telegram group. I will reshare again. Actually, I already shared. I'll reshare again. Okay, wait. Is there any question? Wow, you all talking something else, huh? Wait, I need to scroll it down. Oh my goodness. Okay, how does account mean detailed experience? Okay, here account means something that you experience. So you give the details for what you do. That's all. Not from A to Z. That will be story already. Okay, account means like a kejadian, but you give some details about it, the important parts of the detail, like the grandfather birthday just now. That is account, and you justifying the reason. All right. So those who are still here, good luck for tomorrow. You all can do it. So don't scared about the question. Okay, just face it. Just paper only. Why should we scared? Okay, where are you? Some more question. Teacher simple tips saya kelemahan dalam BI, how to write to answer. Okay, if you sangat lemah dalam bahasa Inggeris, memang tak boleh tulis. Okay, what you can do is simple question. Like environment, like keep the environment clean. Environment is important for us. We should we should not throw rubbish everywhere. We should sweep the compound and keep clean. Basic one. Try your level best. There is not anything like we do not know English. You know, orang putih datang ke Malaysia, they said all of us can speak English. For example, you want to go to Penang Hill, example. How to go to Penang Hill? You know how they answer the Malaysian who do not know English at all? Straight, straight, straight. So the orang putih tahu straight. This side, this side, this side. So when they say this side, they look at the hand. Oh, right, right. Ah, right. And then if you say this side, left, right, left. Can you see that? So orang Malaysia pandai bahasa Inggeris. Use the simplest English, you still get some marks. Okay, don't send zero paper, empty paper. Huh? Okay, yeah, you can rewatch later if you want. Maybe morning you can wake up some uh, touch up you can do. Oh, sorry, my dear, there is no spot question. I don't know where to get. Okay, I never get any spot question. Probably we can analyze. That's what I presented. Okay, this can be the question. This can be the question. How to answer? I don't believe in spot question. I believe in techniques, a proper technique to be learned in order to answer. So that's why I shared. Huh? So don't depend on spot question. You will be very disappointed. The long of this, the long of this, you can do like this. Okay, don't worry about the length. Worry about the development of your explanation, the idea. Okay, all right. So choose if you say prefer review or story. That's why you see your Farhana, Noor, Farah, Husna. So you see what is your ability. Okay, choose according to your ability. Don't choose what your friend choose. Huh? Okay, wait. Looks like you all don't ask a lot of questions, huh? Okay, I'll leave this. I'm tired. Okay. If for restaurant food review, may I consider it but movie? Okay, yeah, that's why I tell you. You don't target, I want to do review. You see what kind of review. If it is restaurant food, you find it easy, proceed. If it is movie book, probably you find it difficult to explain, don't choose. So choose anything closer to you, easy for you. Okay? All right, review can share experience, right? That persuasive sentence. Yeah, yeah. Because when you want to review, it should come from your experience at times or people's experience. Okay, you can say even my friend said that this place is a wonderful place. You can put that kind of structure also. Okay, nervous. Don't worry. Don't be nervous. All right. Teacher, can you show the real full essay? I want to screenshot. Oh, don't worry. I'll share the whole notes in a while. After this, when I log out, I'll show you. Okay, Naila, wait. Show, I choose story 2 if review quite tough. Yes, correct. Can you show? Okay, next. Rumor says it's that the grades for every subject have been marked down. No, dear, don't listen to rumors. Okay, do whatever you're supposed to do. Okay, rumors are not real. Okay, listen to your teachers in the class. Your teacher has done a lot of things. Just follow. Okay, pity, the teachers are attending courses. I don't know how many times the same courses, repeat, repeat, repeat. So all the teachers are super, super. Okay, don't worry. You can trust them. All right, all right. So looks like you all don't ask question. You nice children. Bread also got. Takkan jawab pun ada. Please don't do that. I'll cry. Okay. I sit from morning editing, doing my work and editing. Please write something. Don't be like that. Okay. Where is it? How much miss how much sentence for content for one? No, we don't measure the content, how many sentence. We see how you elaborate. That's all. There is no limitation of words for each paragraph. Some paragraph may be short, some paragraph may be long. It explained thingy. Okay? It's not about length. All right, we're almost coming to the end. So all the best, Sveta. If I write a sentence by using like spoken, okay. Part one, spoken language contraction can, but not the, what do you call it? Not the, wait, let me close. Uh, Not the part two and part three question. Okay, that one you cannot write like a spoken language. Okay. Hmm, any, sampai pukul berapa dah habis dah. Kelas kita actually dah habis. So this is just question and answering. Teacher, for an example, if a book review is given, we are not advised to write a short synopsis. Yeah, no synopsis at all. Probably in the beginning, say the story is about in one sentence. After that, you start to give comment about the idea. Okay, idea of the book. Why is it nice? Or you can talk about the character. You can talk about the and described environment in the book. How actually they use the word. Okay, so talk about that. No, don't write very lengthy synopsis. That will never give any marks or any score lah. Okay, so let's see. I think there's no question, I guess. Okay, you want my Telegram group, is it? All right, wait, I'll get for you the link. Wait, I need to check the link. Usually get them ready, but today I missed that part. Give me a moment. All right, wait, okay, when you want to paste, it's spinning around. Okay, the link is there. So whoever want to join can join. You can still see whatever I posted much earlier. Do the best, okay? All the best and good luck. Trust in yourself. I've shared as much as I know and I can with you all. So do the best, okay? Good luck. So we will end the class here now. And good night. Have a good sleep. Don't torture yourself after this. Enough. I tortured you nicely. Okay. So I'll share the notes below this video. All right. All right. Good night. Bye.